What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I just got back from work, and like I told you guys when I got home, we have the car. It is loaded up in the trailer. We got it all strapped down last night. Got the drag radials put on the back. We can get it dynoed with those on there. Switched over the fuel to 116. And now we are headed out. So it's going to take us a little bit to get to the dyno. Once we get there, we'll get the car unloaded and get it on there and see what happens. Alrighty, we made it. We're at the dyno shop. We just did a quick cruise around the block real quick. He's trying to get some of the drivability taken care of. But right now he's got it inside, getting ready to strap it down, start making some pulls on the dyno, see what we can make on the target pressures I want, which is between 10 and 12 psi. Fingers crossed. It's always a little nerve-wracking, especially when you build this stuff yourself and from junkyard parts. So, but do my best. Try to keep up on the video and see what we can make. I'll shut the car off on him. well, you guys seen, we got her on the dyno today. We made about 12, 13 pulls on the dyno. It wasn't as great of a success as I wanted it to be. I did have this kind of number in mind as we were going in, and the car is perfectly capable of making it. I figured we could probably do between 5 and 600 horsepower at the tire. This car is totally capable of doing it, and it still can. But when I say it wasn't as quite as a success as I wanted it to be, so this is our neat little on-3 turbo right here. It's too small for the car. It's creating too much back pressure, and it will not allow the engine to rev up. Now, it worked just fine on the little 289 that I had in the car before, but I also only had a 5-pound spring. And I did mention I only wanted to tune this car between 10 and 12 PSI. And I didn't think about it while we were at the dyno, plus I didn't have the parts with me. But I'm going to take this thing to a track. Like I said, I'm going to put it on a dyno, make what we make, take it to a track, have some fun with it. So I am going to take this thing to a track, probably only do like 1/8 mile pulls just to play around with it, see what it does. And I think what I'll do is I'll put the 5-pound spring back in this wastegate, and then just try to get my 10 PSI from there. Won't go up any higher, but I do know that that little spring will allow the wastegate to open, which will free up some back pressure and possibly help me wind this thing out a little bit further. At least for right now. I have been looking at some bigger turbos, so I believe I am going to order a larger turbo for this thing. We might have to modify my turbo kit here a little bit to get the larger turbo to fit. It's definitely going to shatter all my dreams of my hood that I had before of fitting this car, especially with this turbo sitting right here where it's at. So I'm not going to do anything with the hood until we get a turbo, or until I completely make up my mind, but I believe I am just going to go ahead and order a larger turbo. Probably like an S475. Something like that. Something with a larger back housing. Help get that exhaust flowing through. That way we don't have to, that way we're not running into any back pressure problems. I've also been kind of tossing up maybe just ordering another one of these little smaller turbos and maybe trying to figure out a twin turbo setup. But like I said, I'm just tossing that around. Might be more work than it's worth at this point. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and order a larger turbo. Power numbers. Like I said, this thing jumped up. It made all its power at 4,000 RPMs. You'd get on the dyno, it'd come straight up and stay there and then slowly drop off because the back pressure wouldn't allow me to rev the engine up. It made over 400 horsepower. And I believe one of the torque numbers was like 5 something. It was an outrageous number. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but it just sucks. I didn't have all my everything the way I wanted. I didn't have everything worked out. But we learned something. We learned that this turbo is too small for this engine, so I'm going to order a larger turbo. Redo that. That way we can take this thing back to the dyno, see if we can make any more power with this bottom end. But it sounded great. Tell you what, it sounded awesome running it. Hearing this thing rev out just a little bit. It just sucks we couldn't get full pulls out of it. So, but at this point I'm happy with the way the engine's running. It sounds great. Just gonna have some fun with it. Order some parts. See what we can figure out. But as you guys can see, it is late. It's dark outside. Kind of got wrapped up. We pulled my daughter's truck up. It's sitting in front of the shop right now. I'm gonna get ready to yank the engine out of that thing, but that's a whole other deal. So, but anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Just got a lot of thoughts. Just got a lot going through my head. Trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. But like I said, I'm gonna end this video right here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button for me. Continue to help me build. So that way, and turn on notifications when I pop up new videos. Definitely want to see how far we can take this junkyard engine. But thank you guys again for hanging out. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll catch you on the next one.